everybody, welcome back. This is Eric with Just One Man's Opinion Sports Edition, and this is my top 50 greatest NBA players of all time. Hopefully you checked out the previous video where I went into a little bit of the thought process that went behind the list. I didn't get into the exact formula, the exact 50 categories that I judged. I just didn't want to have a 30-minute video talking about just numbers and percentages and things of that nature. I'll put out that formula at a later date. I want to get right into it. This is going to be 50 through 41. All right, 50 through 41. All of the players that show up here are all retired. So that's something to keep in mind right there. I mean, they can't advance on this list, all right? But let's just get into it. At number 50, I think the 50th greatest player of all time, Hall of Famer, center, Alonzo Mourning. He scored 56.55 points in my system on total. The points that he scored without his championship is 46.88. He's had a first-team All-NBA in his career. He's been a second-team All-NBA, two-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he's a champion. All right, Alonzo Mourning, he came in at number 50. Okay, at number 49, Hall of Famer, power forward Kevin McHale. He's a three-time champion, all right? First-team All-NBA selection one time. He's been first-team All-Defense 3 times. He's been second-team All-Defense another 3 times. Kevin McHale scored 57.5 points in my system. You take away the championships, 32.5. Kevin McHale coming in at number 49. Number 48, and guys, I'm shocked. Why is this man not in the Hall of Fame? All right, he's a shooting guard. He also spent some time at point guard, so shooting guard and point guard. All right, he has one first-team All-NBA selection. He has another second-team All-NBA selection. He's a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. All right, excuse me, he has 4 second-team All-NBA selections. He was first-team All-Defense one time. Sidney Moncrief. Sidney Moncrief, 57.5 points. If you want to know how I broke the tiebreaker between Sidney Moncrief and Kevin McHale, I basically went off the score without championship. Sidney Moncrief never won a championship, so his just raw score 57.5. Kevin McHale's score without championships was 32.5. And so that's how I was able to break that tiebreaker. Sidney Moncrief coming in at number 48. Hey guys, let's get that man inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 47, I need to give a personal apology to. Because I was going around saying that I didn't think this guy was a top 50 player of all time. Proved me wrong once I plugged into the numbers. He's a 2-time champion, a 3-time first-team All-NBA selection, 2-time second-team All-NBA selection, point guard, Hall of Famer, Isaiah Thomas from the Bad Boy Pistons. He scored 41.78 points without his championships. Once I factored his championships in, 57.88 points on my list, coming in at number 47. Again, my apologies, Isaiah Thomas. No disrespect, okay? Number 46, all right, power forward, 2-time champion. He's been an MVP in the league, 3-time first-team All-NBA selection. He's been second-team All-NBA twice in his career. 43.26 points without his championships. You factor in his championships, George McGinnis, 57.93 points as an ELN rating. All right. Number 45, champion. 3-time first-team All-NBA selection, 3-time second-team All-NBA selection. Power forward. He also spent time at center. 52.43 points without championships, 59.76. And I really shouldn't be saying points. I should be saying rating. All right. 52.43 rating. Without his championships, you factor in his championship, 59.76 rating on the ELN scale. That's Hall of Famer Elvin Hayes. Hall of Famer Elvin Hayes. And number 44, okay, now this is a big one. Shooting guard / point guard, 3-time champion, 1 first-team All-NBA selection. He's had 6 first-team All-Defensive selections, all right. Scored 43.31 points without his rings. When you factor in the championships, 66.31 as an ELN rating. Hall of Famer Dennis Johnson. Hall of Famer Dennis Johnson. Again, I just want to point out, folks, that I am giving a penalty based on how many teams were in the league at the point of the player's last all-league honor. Again, I just feel like he dominated a smaller competition pool is not as impressive. So some of these guys are going to have accolades that, you know, side by side look great. When you factor in the actual competition pool or the size of the competition pool, that's what can really limit the points compared to others. But that's Hall of Famer Dennis Johnson coming in at number 44, 66.31 as an ELN rating. Number 43, all right, doesn't have a championship, but he's a two-time MVP in the league, three-time first-team All-NBA selection. Twice he's been second-team All-NBA. Point guard Steve Nash coming in at number 43, 66.5 points. Shout out to Steve. I definitely think he's top 50, well deserved. All right. Icon in the sport. All right. No championships. One first team All NBA selection. He's been second team All NBA 6 times. He's been second team All Defense 3 times. Hall of Famer center Patrick Ewing, 69.6 points, 42 on the list here. Patrick Ewing. Number 41, shooting guard. Again, no championships, but he's been first team All-NBA twice, second team All-NBA 3 times. Tracy McGrady comes in at number 41 with 70.5 points. That's going to be 50 through 41. I didn't want to make a big deal about this particular segment. I know we had a couple of big names there. Isaiah Thomas, Patrick Ewing, being so far down on the list. Please, if you want to get into any type of comparisons, let me know who they were better than from the rest of the names on the list. Stay tuned for those other videos and just check it out. 40 through 31 coming up right at you. Thank you for tuning in. Just One Man's Opinion. I'll see you next time.